All right, we're going live here, and trying to stop. I don't know what's going on here with the lighting, but here I am. It's definitely been a while, and I forgot all about the time change. But I said I would be here at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it's good to be back. I think we have a couple of people watching here. Switch it to classic. There you go. Anywho, yeah, it's definitely been a while. I haven't streamed in. Hey, Scotty, what's up? Yeah, I said 9 p.m. my time. I forgot all about the time change. Um, like, so it was still 9 p.m. I just forgot about the time change. Because I think you're an hour behind me, right? I think. And let me know if you can hear me okay, if the mic is working and stuff. I haven't done this in a while. Right now, I'm watching The Fifth Element in the background. Try not to have it too loud. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, I haven't done a live stream in I don't know what 2 months, um, but everything's going well, and just working. And now that I'm back with UPS, and yeah, everything's going well, so I can't complain too much. But yeah, I feel like I'm trying to catch up here with a lot of things going on YouTube, and hey Bobby, hope you're doing well. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry if it's a little bit flickery. Um, I think if I turn on the overhead lamp, the light, the ceiling light, it will go away. If it's too much, let me know. If there's too much flickering going on in the video. But what I've been watching lately, um, me and her just been watching a lot of shows together. Like well, lately it's been Naked and Afraid. So we've been watching that. Uh, we just started on Law and Order, Criminal Intent. Which is a good show. We're also watching, some other shows and stuff, and movies as of late. I haven't really watched too many movies. Well, actually, I take that back. We watched a movie tonight called Would You Rather. It's a little horror film, and I liked it. I quite liked it. Hey, Sean, doing well. Just kicking back tonight, and we just got done watching a movie. Even though I said I haven't really seen too many movies lately, but we did watch this movie called Would You Rather, which is a good little, a good little horror film. The Substance, which was really good. We also watched that maybe I think like a week or two ago. That's pretty cool, Scotty. It's pretty cool. You got your own place, and hope everything goes well with the move. Let me do this here. Uh, that's pretty cool. So, has anybody seen any good movies lately, or bad movies? Black Phone 2 was decent. That's I haven't seen the first one. I have it on Blu-ray. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I remember, I think it was like 10 years ago, me and my brother, we saw all three in the theater. Hello. Yeah, I used to work for UPS before. Now I'm back. I'm live now. Rosanna's here, and she is getting ready to lay back. Watching Seinfeld. I told him about the movie we watched. Would you rather? It was good.
Not very well known.
Yeah. You good? Jurassic Rebirth was okay. I haven't seen that yet. I didn't know there were four Annie movies. Sean says hello.
I'm sorry, I'm so sleepy.
Yeah, she's sleepy. I think the time change got to us.
I'm an old lady. Wait until you get to be my age.
Scotty says hello.
It got this in. What's inside?
Okay.
I love you.
Might too loud or?
Oh. Tell them all I said hi.
I will.
I will appear soon.
Yeah, she'll come on one day and then we'll talk about a bunch of stuff. What's going to happen on December 1st? Yeah, I'm getting there. Well, happy early birthday, Scotty. How long do I plan to stream for? Maybe an hour ish. Maybe an hour and some change. Do I watch a lot of real police videos? Yeah. Um, I would say I see a lot on Facebook and stuff. Uh, hmm, just take it one day at a time. That's pretty cool. Hey, Preminator. Hope you're doing well. This is good to see you in here. I'm just looking at movie news. Who looks forward to the new Predator film? Hey, Alter. Yeah, I have. As a matter of fact, I've seen one on the road before. We were on the way back from the mountains, and someone driving a DeLorean passed us. This was like 10 years ago. Not really. Um, I don't think it's going to be better than that. It's just everything I've seen about it just looks terrible. They should just stop. Yeah, because I think now, like, if you want one, it has to be like special ordered. Yeah, I mean, it just they've taken it too far. That's the thing. It just seems like a really bad fan fiction movie. The Predator, the 2018 movie's pretty awful, but they just they're taking I don't know, just everything about Badlands looks just awful. I rather I don't know. I'm just done with the Predator franchise. Yeah. I've only seen AVPR once, and I don't remember much about it other than it's a very dark movie, literally. Yeah, The Predator, it's a very bad film. I mean, I remember it, but I'm just too tired to rant on it, if that makes sense. I mean, yeah, Thomas Jane in the film, and and he plays a stuttering character. Well, I don't know, Sean. I mean, like that's gonna open up a can of worms that I don't want to get into. And it's nothing against you, but I just don't. I mean, you know what I talk about up here, and you know what I don't talk about, and it's nothing against you or the question, but I just don't want to go there because again, that just opens up a whole different. You know, he seemed like a good guy, but You know, I'm just I'm not dodging the question. I just want to keep it at, let's just talk about movies and stuff and try to have fun here. I mean, I haven't streamed in a couple of months, and the last thing I want to do is just go into that. I haven't seen Prey, so I can't say much about it. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too long ago where I saw The Flash on Tubi. It might be still up there from 2023. What would be my top three cop movies? Um, if you're talking about like straightforward cop movies and not like buddy cop movies, I think Cobra would be in the top three. Um, One that doesn't get brought up a lot, but Cop with James Woods, that was really good. I mean, I'm sure there's other ones that I'm forgetting about, but yeah, Cop is an underrated movie. Let me look at a list here. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. I mean, because you got Cop at movies, um, Midnight Run. I mean, it's a buddy movie, but I really enjoyed that. I would say mid. And I know there's some comedy in there, but I would definitely throw Midnight Run in my top three. Then, okay, if you want to count action comedy, I would definitely say like Lethal Weapon, Midnight Run, and Cobra. Yeah, they're just making it worse. They need to stop. You know, I'm done with the Predator franchise. Yeah, Predator 2. It's a great cop movie. Yeah, I wish Fabio was still around. I really do miss the guy. And I hate, what happened to his channel. And I wish he would come back. I didn't even think about. Well, I mean, you're talking about cop movies again. Copland is a great movie. The Rookie. I mean, it's a buddy movie. Hard Boiled. Hard Boiled could be up there in the top three. I think Kindergarten Cop would fall under like comedy, like an action comedy. Yeah, I would say Kindergarten Cop. I would say the comedy comes first and then the action. Bad Lieutenant's a good cop movie. I've seen it once, but I don't know if it would be like a top three. Would I don't know, would Seven fall under that type of genre, like a straight up cop movie or like a detective movie? I mean, maybe you could say that's more of a mystery. Yeah, Street Kings is really good. I don't know if it's a top three, but definitely I could say like a top, maybe top 20, 25. Top three plane movies, Air Force One. Um, Air Force One might be number one. Um, let me see here. Con Air would definitely be in the top three. So I'll say uh, Air Force One, Con Air, and then hmm, maybe I don't know, maybe Die Hard 2 because it does take place in an airport. Um, yeah, I remember liking Bad Lieutenant. I watched it maybe a year or two ago. Can I make you a moderator? Because without it, I can't post links in the chat. I mean, I don't. I would have to figure that out. Um, I don't know how you do it on StreamYard here, but I don't know. Maybe if it was like a regular stream, I don't know. I don't know how you. I don't know how you do it on StreamYard here. Ugh, ugh. Yeah, his videos were fun. The crackhead videos. Yeah, like I said, I hope Fabio will, come back soon. And I really do miss the guy. But I think I reached out to him not too long after what happened with his channel, and I don't think he's coming back, which is unfortunate. But hopefully one day he'll change his mind and come back. Yeah, I remember not being too crazy about the ending to the film. That's the only thing. Wild Man Beyond in the house. We got Wild Man Beyond. Yeah, I'm trying not to get too loud or excited. She's sleeping. So, but we got Wild Man in the house, and it's good to see Wild Man in here. Oh, So, what would you guys say has been the worst movie of this year? Actually, I at the beginning of the stream when I said that we haven't seen too many films lately, we did watch the the movie Weapons, which was not bad. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle remake. I wasn't too crazy about that. I'm trying to think what else did we watch. Um, I mean, I don't know if I will anytime soon. I have heard of it though. Yeah, the remake is on Hulu, and we did watch it, but it was just I don't think the two actresses did a bad job, but the story gets very convoluted. Like the original to me is just far superior, but that's just me. I think the original is so much better, has better performances, and like the two leads in the new one, they weren't bad, but the direction it was just too overcomplicated. They try to overcomplicate the setup of the story and the the unraveling of the story. Oh. I mean, I don't know. It's just everything that I've seen about it just doesn't look appealing to me. I remember, I remember seeing Tron Legacy in the theater, but even then, like, if I were to watch it again, I would be like, it's an okay watch, but like, I like the soundtrack and the visuals, and that's about it. What are your thoughts on people redoing songs? Do you prefer original songs, or what type of songs do you think are better than the original? Well, nowadays, I don't know. Like, are you referring to now, like people that are redoing songs or doing covers? I mean, I haven't heard too many, but there's always people that are going to like cover a song that is popular or that is a classic. So it just depends on the person, depends on what you like, or You know, like, just for an example, how many versions of Let It Be there's probably, let's say, hundreds of versions of that song out there. Different, people have covered the song and stuff, and so it just depends on what you like, and so I guess it just varies. It was okay. Evan Peters is probably the best actor. Jared Leto did okay. Gillian Anderson does okay, but has nothing to work with. How'd you know, Wild Man? Yeah, I try to keep the volume low because I know YouTube. But yeah, the Fifth Element is currently on Pluto. Yeah, but I have the Fifth Element on right now in the background. But I did see I mentioned about watching Weapons, and that one there were some parts to it that I liked. Some other parts not so much. I don't, and there's some things that I did not understand about the film. Um, I don't think the actors did a bad job, but I don't know. I'm very mixed with that film. The Garbage Pail Kids got a 4K from Vinegar Syndrome. I still haven't seen that movie. You heard Chris Tucker's intro. Yeah, see, okay, I will say I prefer Tracy Chapman's version, but that's just me. But I know like Luke's uh, cover of the song, is really popular. So, but I prefer the original. But it's a great song though. Oh, the 2025 film Weapons, the horror film from the director of Barbarian, came out this year. Weapons, it has Josh Brolin in it and Amy Madigan and some other people. Yeah, Weapons was kind of a mixed bag. Do you think they should really bring back more physical media? Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. Like for me, I'm going to say 100% yes. Um, I do think that physical media is important, and it's important to hold on to what you have, and be able to say, "Hey, I own this movie on DVD or Blu-ray," and you don't have to worry about that going away, or that being taken from you, because you have the real thing. It's tangible. You can pop it in at any time you want and not have to worry about that movie going away or expiring in 5 days or whatever. So that's why I still have a lot of my collection. Now, the only I will say though, I will have to be, because I have so many boxes of movies. back at my parents' house that I'm gonna have to. I definitely will. I'm gonna have to downsize because there's a lot more films that I want to convert to Blu-ray. So I'm definitely. I'm considering downsizing my collection because I probably have over. I'm just guessing here, somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 DVDs and maybe like 300 Blu-ray. So, and there's some Blu-rays that I have DVD copies. So, I need to kind of cut back and because it definitely takes up a lot of room and it's kind of, it's been sitting over there for a while, but I'm still going to stand by physical media at the end of the day. That's just, it's nice to stream. It's nice to go on Tubi, and look at the different categories of movies and stuff, and not have to worry about finding it on the collection. And it's there. It's nice to have, but to me, nothing beats you know having a lot of movies in your hand. Having the real thing. Hey, Rich, it's good to see you, man. Yeah, it's definitely been a while. I haven't streamed in, I don't know, maybe 2 months. And the last video I uploaded was maybe a month ago. But yeah, I'm back, and it's good to see you on here. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's a lot. I have about back at my parents' house. I have about maybe 12 boxes that are just filled with DVDs. Then I have like two or three other boxes that are filled with TV shows, and then I have like three separate boxes that are Blu-rays. So all of my collection is boxed up, but I have no room over here to bring them. And yeah, like I said, I definitely will be downsizing. Just keep DVDs that I really want to keep, and get rid of some ones that I don't really need. My Halloween was it was rough. Like we had plans, me and her, to like she was working, I was working, and we were going to come back, have finger food, watch, horror movies and stuff. And, you know, basically that day the power went out. Um, she had to go into work because the power went out here. She works remotely. She had to go to the office, and it was just chaotic there for her. And when I was getting off of work, they asked me, "Hey, go help out this other driver." And I did not get home until around 8 o'clock at night. So yeah, Halloween was a rough day for me and her, you know. So we did not get to do much. We came home around 8, then we ate dinner, and then we went to bed around 9:30. Yeah, I was supposed to be off at like 4:15 because I drive for UPS, and like my route was, I had a good route and I got done fairly decent, but they can tell when you're about done, and they will call you and say, "Hey, can you help out this driver because he has some important packages to pick up from these businesses and stuff." And he still had other deliveries to do, like regular residential deliveries. And so I had to take some packages off his truck and help him out and go deliver. And I was delivering in the dark. So I didn't get home until 8. Well, yeah, the full time drivers, right now I'm a cover driver cover drivers, we get paid quite good, but not as much as, let's say, full-time drivers. So basically, when drivers go on vacation, I cover for them. But right now I'm sort of like in a training phase. Like the route that I'm on right now, I'm going to be on through, Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff. Yeah, we were talking about, maybe doing something for Halloween this year, and like we were trying to come up with an idea to dress up for something, but our Halloween just got turned upside down. But it's okay. I did see Beetlejuice 2 in the theater, but Michael Keaton's good in the film, but the story just was not good. The humor was just not good. I mean, the only thing, again, the one thing I can give, the one thing Beetlejuice 2 I'll give that movie is Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton was good. That's about it. Isn't it weird, like, how the first movie, there was very little Beetlejuice, but yet there were so many things about, the first movie that, I mean, you had two lead characters that really complemented the film along with other great characters. The writing was and direction was very creative. Where Beetlejuice 2, you had a lot more Beetlejuice. And while he's the best part of the movie, everything else just sucked. Beetlejuice, yeah, you get more Beetlejuice in the movie, but everything else is not, just wasn't good. Hey, Meteor Limeade. Um, so I've been streaming for about 50 minutes, and I'll go on for another maybe 40 minutes, 45. I mean, earlier I said hour, but I can go for a little bit longer. I have not watched Treasure Raiders yet. Hard Boiled, I still have to watch that, and The Octagon. So yeah, those are going to be my next two films to review. And then after that, I think DJ requested for me to review Scream, so I'm going to be watching that again at some point. And I think there were one or two more. I think Sean requested that I review one of the Ernest movies. I forgot which one, but yeah, so I will be checking those out. Well, I mean, what is so? What did they say? What was the excuse for not having them come back? Ernest Goes to School. Okay. Yeah, I think there's like, yeah, Hard Boiled, The Octagon, your film, Treasure Raiders, Ernest Goes to School, Scream. I'm a fan of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, no problem, Wild Man. What are my thoughts on the Sydney Sweeney controversy? Controversy. I can't even talk. See, this is what happens when I choose to do a stream at 10 o'clock at night. The Sydney Sweeney controversy. I really don't know much I mean, I heard about it, but I really don't know much of what people were getting mad about. Something to do with jeans. That's about it. But yeah, so if I'm a little tired, sorry if I sound a little bit tired, but again, the time change, got to me and her today, and usually, whenever the time changes, it usually takes a few days for me to adjust. Or, really, I've been awake. I woke up at like 5:30 this morning, and I've been awake ever since. Like usually on a day off, if I wake up early, I'll take like a nap during the day, like a little cat nap. But I haven't done that today. So, combine that with the time change, like so. If I'm a little bit tired, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm here. Who's more attractive, Sean Young or Kim Kardashian? Uh, I don't know. I mean, Rowan Atkinson. I do like Rowan Atkinson. I have seen the Bean movie. Like, I'm not. The Bean film is okay, but I don't know. Like, he's good in other stuff, but for me, maybe I'm just not too big on the Bean gimmick or the Mr. Bean movie because I remember watching that maybe a couple of years back. I've seen the one that came out in the late '90s. Yeah, like I said, I like him in like I forgot the character's name in The Lion King, but I know he was the voice of the bird. I remember he was in Scooby Doo and stuff like that. Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, Zazu. Yeah, that was the bird's name. Yeah, see, I forgot. Kanye West. I really don't have any thoughts. I mean, I don't. I, I really don't follow what like I know who he is, but I really don't follow what he's been doing. Yeah, if I could be honest with you, I mean, like I really don't have an opinion one way or another. That's the best way to put it. If I were to rate three great real life characters, yeah, Ernest P. Rowe definitely is a. Jim Varney was a great, you know, actor and human being. I don't believe that whatsoever. I think I've heard that before. I don't know who mentioned it before, but I don't believe that. I haven't seen Smash. Can't talk. I haven't seen Smashing Machine. I just haven't been. Yeah, like I said, I mean, in regards to this year, I've maybe have seen a few movies. But yeah, I have not seen Smashing Machine. I haven't seen some other ones. Top five worst films. Going Overboard with Adam Sandler. The Rollerball remake. Um, Maybe Attack Force with Steven Seagal. Movie 43. And if I had to throw one more in there, maybe you know, Babes in Toyland. How about that? I don't mind Smashing Pumpkins. I know Matt Thomas is a big fan. Sabotage with Arnold is not one of the worst films, but it's just not a good film. Like, I could see the potential. I wish that's a film that I wish David Ayer would have gone all out with, because I remember like Arnold was kind of like a an in between character where he's good and bad. I wish that they just would have gone all out with that. Like make Arnold a full fledged villain. That would have been different. Where he's like a dirty cop or whatever. I just remember not being too crazy about the film. I thought it was just a mediocre. Like David Ayer, he's directed a couple of good movies, but I'm just, yeah, Sabotage just wasn't a good one. Yeah, I haven't seen Christie yet. I mean, it looks like it could be a good movie. Okay, if I had to name three that I wish were alive today, Brandon Lee, John Candy, which the documentary I watched, that was really good, and Robin Williams. Yeah, that's another reason why I did not like Sabotage. The dialogue felt like it was written by Rob Zombie. Yeah, Klaus Kinski, I don't know who that is. Yeah, um, for me he was. I mean, to me, just his Joker was just ridiculous. And I don't know what you feel about his portrayal of the Joker, but I did not care for his portrayal. I thought the Suicide Squad film that came out back in like was it 2021? I like that much more, but like five times more. It's weird because that one has John Cena and Joe Kinnaman. Like I really don't care for those two acting wise, but they were good in the film. I much prefer like that film. Klaus Kinski is an actor. Yeah, I don't know who. Like I said, I didn't know who that was. Favorite teen comedies? Um, I don't know. I mean, let me see here. Napoleon Dynamite, I could put up there, definitely. Yeah, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah, I mean, there's a few, but I just gave you a couple. Yeah, I did hear about his passing. I can't pronounce his name, and I was like, who is this actor? I may have seen him before, and I'm like, yeah, he was in The Patriot. He was the guy that the French uh, commander that was working with Mel Gibson. I'm like, okay, I remember him in the film. I know he's been in much more stuff, but that's the one thing that I remember. I think he was in Goldeneye. I think P Diddy uh, deserves to be in prison. I think he already is, but yeah, yeah, Gregory Hines definitely. Yeah, I mean, he was good in the film along with Joe Kinnaman, and I'm not the biggest on those two when it comes to their acting, but they were good in the film. They had a good fight scene. I think I read before that actor that played Vigo from Ghostbusters 2, he wasn't. I've heard some very unpleasant things about the man. Again, I'm just going off what I've heard. Maybe some of you may have heard some of that stuff about him as an actor, but yeah, I know he's passed on. I think he died some time back. The name sounds familiar, but I don't know what he's been in. Well, I don't know. I mean, I thought maybe I don't know. I've again. I mean, if maybe some of you, maybe somebody out there knows what I'm talking about in regards to that actor. The Scream 7 trailer. Yeah, I mean, I hopefully this is going to be the last. There you go. Yeah, thank you, Scotty. Yeah, that's yeah. Like I said, I know he passed away back in like the early 2000s or something. Yeah, the actor who played. Now he was a German boxer and stuff like that. 30 wins, 24 knockouts. But there you go. Three Scream films were enough. I agree with that. Yeah, that's another film that I did watch. Yeah, I did not care for that. Ray being, well, I'm sorry, maybe I spoiled it. I'm sorry for anybody that hasn't seen the film. I did not care for that reveal. Um, I mean, it was cool to see those characters back, but is it just me, or was like Freddie Prince Jr.? I mean, I know everybody ages, but for me, his acting seemed a bit rusty. Like you can tell that he hasn't done anything in a while. To me, he came off very rusty in the film. Moscow Heat, trash. Are you asking about Moscow Heat? Because yeah, I mean I've seen it and it's terrible. And maybe I mean is that I wonder like why you want me to review. I'm just curious a little bit about Treasure Raiders Meteor. Like, you know how bad it is. I mean, you want me to, go through with that? I mean, we know how bad it is. Just I mean, Moscow Heat had Alexander Nevsky. Yeah, it was cool to see her in the film. But yeah, I'll go with Steve Austin because I'm tired. I'm tired of Dwayne. It's so bad. It's a good type of flick. Well, I mean, I can see what you mean, but there are those that you can watch and turn your mind off. But there are films that you can watch and it eats away at your soul. Like you're watching a movie, like going overboard, or Attack Force, whatever. There are films that are so bad it's good, and there's you got those. Then you have on the flip side films that just are very soul sucking. Yeah, I know they're making a new Buffy series, and apparently she's going to come back and train a new person to kind of take over the mantle. David Carradine as a mobster. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, at least Austin, you know, um, has made good career decisions. Where The Rock, I think it's just, I think the fame got to his head, and now he's he's lost a lot of weight because he wants to become more of an actor. But it also too he might be off whatever steroids or supplements he used to be on. So I've ever seen The Foreigner. I know what's with the Seagal, but oh my god, I think I remember watching it, or I tried watching it once, and I could not finish it. Clueless or American Pie? I'll go with Clueless. But yeah, um, like I said, I have heard of The Foreigner with Seagal, but it's just one of those direct-to-video Seagal movies that you know, with very little time that I have, I could not put myself through, you know, crap like that. Is American Pie overrated? I, w- I would say in terms of being categorized as like the best 90s teen comedy or comedy of the 90s, yeah, because I prefer, there's to me a lot more comedies of that era that I prefer more. And when American Pie gets pushed to the top of that list, like I just, I'm right. I'm like, I'd rather watch other movies. Like, I think to me, again, there's other comedies of that time that I prefer more. It's not, I like American Pie. So I would say, in the sense that it's overrated, that when people push it as it's like it's the best comedy of the late 90s. So, but that's just me. Are you talking about the first Scream? I love the first Scream. I would say, I would say, if anything, we just needed one. I mean, Scream has just gone on way too long. No, I haven't, but I've heard of it. Yeah, I really love the first three. Yeah, definitely would have been cool. Yeah, I need to rewatch that one again. I remember liking it okay. Um, but yeah, like I said, hopefully after, part seven, they'll stop. I mean, there's no more characters you can bring back. I mean, what if they pulled like a new Nightmare scenario? But I doubt they would do that. Um, no, I haven't heard about that. The most fun I ever had in theater, probably when I went to go see the Back to the Future trilogy, because we started at like 7 o'clock at night, and we didn't. It was me and my brother, and we didn't get out until like 1 o'clock in the morning. That was a lot of fun. Because I remember, like driving back, and the next day he didn't go to school because we got back so late. Yeah, it was like 10 years ago when we saw that in the theater, like the trilogy. Um, I'm gonna go with action, but horror is my second favorite genre. I might do a hangout. Um, I'll do one soon and let you guys know because I know, like, I told Scotty that I was going to do a stream tonight, but I haven't really done a solo stream in a while, so I wanted to, like, kind of allow myself to catch up on stuff and the channel, saying hey to everybody out there, and I'm just glad that you guys are sticking around for. I mean, like that, you guys showed up tonight and stuff, and wanted to know what I've been up to, and I know I haven't really been around. October was a little bit busy for me, starting a new job and stuff, and so I had to get adjusted and get some other things adjusted. But yeah, we're definitely going to plan for a night for us to kick back and hang. I know at the end of the month, for Thanksgiving, me and her are going to Florida to visit her family. So, you know, definitely between now and then, you know, I know we're getting into the holidays and stuff, but we're definitely going to hang. Have a good one, man. Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. I did see it. But anyways, I think I want to wrap it up here, wrap it up for tonight. But thank you to everybody who stuck around, and it was good to talk to everybody. And like I said, we'll get up again, and yeah. But have a good night, and see you later.